everyone's doing fine. If you're in earshot of my voice, then you are alive and you're listening to Pulling the Black Card with Allison Johnson. Yeah, you are. I want to say thank you to the new subscribers, and I also want to say thank you for taking time out to comment and subscribe, or just to listen. It means a lot to me. But let's get into this. In 2024, this conversation of the black male comic and the dress is not going anywhere. It's just not going anywhere. And so Marlon Wayans was on the um, Big Boy TV, and he was um, giving his opinion on black males wearing a dress, and he was comparing black males. He doesn't understand. It's almost like he was saying that blacks shoot themselves in their foot because they are always this is I'm gonna let you hear what he says. It may not come off as what I'm saying to you all, but he starts comparing white males and how you know Robin Williams did Miss Downfire, and you know um, I'll let you listen to it, and then we'll talk, okay? Yeah, because there is a difference. It's easy to say that, but they're white men, and we're gonna talk about buck breaking. That's why there's a difference. But here we go.
Only black people sit there and go, man, our brothers wearing dresses. Oh, so white people, when they wear dresses, when Robin Williams wears a dress in Mrs. Doubtfire, he's brilliant. When Tom Hanks wears a dress in Bosom Buddies, oh, he's brilliant, right? Mm-hmm. When Dustin Hoffman wears a dress in Tootsie, yes, he wins an Oscar. Mm-hmm. Black people, as soon as we put on a dress, we start tearing each other down. This is art and this is comedy. Big Boy's Neighborhood. Ladies and gentlemen, he is back. No introduction needed. Marlon Wayans back in the neighborhood.
So we just heard what Marlon had to say. And listen, that would be fine and dandy if there wasn't a history behind this. And that goes way back to slavery, and it's called buck breaking. And they can afford to do that. They can wear dresses. There's not a problem. But for us, the origin of buck breaking. Let me read this. Buck breaking came to life when African slaves had increased. Rebellions had increased. It first started with the stripping of male slaves and having them flogged while other slaves watched. With time, it graduated into stripping and raping them. This act spared no male. It affected both children and men. At a time, buck breaking became so successful that it grew into sex farms where male African slaves were bred just for the purpose of being raped by their white masters. And this is why when people like Marlon Wayans, he had said something else before, but I'm one of those people that sometimes it's necessary to break down everything that somebody once said that was messed up in the past to prove that, see, they a messed up person, they're not right. Here, listen to, they said this, but this is not necessary in this case. This says it all. Marlon Wayans is out of touch. He's out of touch. And this is what I'm talking about, 2024. We, when people, well, I cannot stop, single-handedly stop racism. But what we can do is call out when our brothers and sisters say ridiculous things and start comparing us to what Europeans can get away with here in America. And because what Robin Williams got away with, can do it. Why can't a black man do it? Because we have a history. There's a history here. That's why. Okay. And he knows this. He knows this. They brought up him and he and his brother being white chicks, doing the movie White Chicks. Listen, I saw when I first saw White Chicks, I know it's a classic. Who am I to come down on a classic? It was just so obvious that they were not real white women to me, that to even think that these people are going to be taken seriously as two white college students was just, it's that kind of ridiculous comedy. And of course, Terry Crews was up there. Was that Terry Crews? Who was, no, was that Terry Crews? That plays the guy that falls in love with, is it Marlon or which either one? And we got that aspect of it, which I just felt it was. I didn't like it. I was not a big White Girls fan, but I know that there are people who love that movie. It's a cult favorite. People watch it over and over. So they brought that up, and so Cat Williams has opened a whole bag of things just falling out, and people are coming out saying, even if they don't say his name, they're they're coming out giving their explanation of why they did what they did, and so this is Marlon Wayans trying to excuse away him playing, you know, being white girls and trying to act like black people make too much of everything. Why can't we just enjoy the genius of Eddie Murphy being, a woman, or this character being a woman, or that character, just like the white actors. When they do it, it's brilliant. Yes, that we already know it. They can do that. Okay. And it's going to be brilliant. They don't have the history of people collecting them and having white men getting their rocks off on them in public to denigrate them, to and to get off their sexual deviant ways. They don't have that history, so it's different, Marlon. So that's why. Yeah, we gonna get this straight in 2024. All this chucking and jiving, and people saying things and thinking, I said that, I got on the big boy, I told them, and thinking that everybody's gonna be like, oh yeah, that does make sense. No, no, fool. No, ain't no stupid ass. That makes no sense. This is a history. It's called buck breaking. And your ass been broke, buddy. uh, but other than that, I don't have nothing against Marlon Wayans. We just not gonna, we not having people just say things willy nilly in 2024. What I'm gonna talk about next, not today, but tomorrow, is that idolatry, because I'm personally getting tired. I may do it tonight. I'm getting tired of these stars that well, I don't call them stars. These the celebrities and famous people with notoriety, that people can't say things about certain people. Yo, you better not say nothing about Beyonce, or the Beehive will come after you. Come on now, y'all. Grown ups using B emoji, screaming at people online because they said something about their famous star who poops, farts, uses the bathroom, belches, scratches her butt. Listen, everyone, we're all the same. When you're a teenager and you put in posters